So I think some really interesting conversations, a lot around sort of connecting data, of course, and how to connect data. I mean, we've seen, and we've been doing it for some years, but we're starting to sort of see it in the industry now, sort of connecting up sort of research and research type data into the programmatic media world. So that's starting to kind of take shape, basically, starting to sort of see some of that. A lot of conversations around people feeling there is still a bit of a gap in the creative space and trying to join up the creative with the media world. So that's, I think, still a little bit untapped at this point in time. And that's certainly been coming up a little bit in this conference as well. But yeah, there's been a lot of talk yesterday, I think, around sort of how to activate audiences, basically, within the space. So that's definitely was, I think, a lot of conversations and awards were around that topic yesterday. One of the challenges, I think, is the sort of there's a surge of everyone moving onto mobile, of course, or mobile devices, and just so many different mobile devices. And from a measurement perspective, I think we're still playing catch up. 20 years ago, it was TV, one radio, one TV in the household, and there was a couple of panels, and you could kind of get all the insight you wanted from that. But now, there's so many devices, we're sort of playing a bit of catch up to try and measure everything off the back of that at the moment. There's good progress on that, but there's still more work to be done, and I think that's a bit of a challenge in the sector. But so that would be one of the sort of main areas, I think, is sort of that huge complexity that's out there at the moment, and sort of reining it all in to find out what actually is going on, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of different solutions. Some of them are sort of obviously working with partners, so to speak. So obviously, we have Kantar within WPP Group, which is obviously a really useful asset to help kind of work with. They've got a lot of experience in this, of course. We're also doing our own things too, which is really important as well, just because of some of the types of data that we have. So working with the likes of sort of cross-device vendors like sort of Tapad, for example, and things like that allow us to sort of bridge across sort of cookies and across multiple devices. So we're working on that at the moment and trying to see if we can roll that out globally, which hopefully will solve some of those issues, for example, right? A couple of areas on that, again, sort of leveraging data. I think, connected TV a little bit more. So we've got some products in that space already, but looking to sort of develop those further and extend the footprint sort of globally where we can. So that's sort of taking data from sort of TV panels about what people are doing on traditional linear TV, and extending that into helping that shape what we deliver in programmatic, so to speak. So that's I think something that we're looking forward to do over the upcoming months. The other areas that I mentioned before, sort of working more closely with the creative guys of the world. And understanding how we can sort of work more closely together. So how we can inform their creative process, but also how the way that we can use data to kind of shape creative as well, and sort of programmatic media. So sort of joining up those two people as well, those two different groups of people as well. I think that's kind of one of the next areas to sort of move closer together going forward.